brave amigos are we.
Welcome back to this already the final segment of today's Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, as usual, talking to you about you and your business. But you know what? It's your business to have a little chuckle. And I'm hoping that our man Dan Shed, whom we send out every day to find great stories to entertain you, the listener, I hope he fulfilled his task today.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, and then, by the way, that's Sigmund Kramer chiming in, producer extraordinaire. And so we're excited as always. I sit waiting with bated breath as to what we're going to get today. And Dan, what do you got? What do you know, Dan Shed?
Well, I have found probably the most unusual Christian ministry I have seen, and it is a Clowns for Christ ministry.
Clowns for Christ. And so what they do is they scare kids to becoming Christians.
Not exactly.
Oh, I thought they would be creepy clowns that would, you'll be having dreams of me for the rest of your life unless you convert to Christianity. That would work.
Juggling for Jesus.
Juggling for Jesus. All right, so tell us more. Tell us more. You've piqued our curiosity.
Well, it is based out of Ohio, and this woman has been doing, this woman named Judy Seavith, I probably butchered her name, but she's been doing it about 17 years, and she's
been doing what exactly?
She's been doing
scaring the crap out of kids to become Christians.
Exactly. You could say that. She's been doing the ministry for about 17 years after seeing another church do it when she was little, and she was really
terrified
she
by
really
it,
took to it.
Scarred.
And they do it, she does it with a couple of other people to break down barriers, air quotes there. And they basically tell biblical stories with balloon animals, puppets, and other props.
Oh, okay. So they saw you in half, and they tell the story of Solomon, King Solomon, right? This
is what would have happened to the baby if Solomon was not so wise.
That's right. That's right. And let's see, what else? Let's see.
They kill someone and they raise him from the dead, like Lazarus.
I hope not.
Oh, no. It's okay if they saw him in half, but we don't want anyone getting killed here.
No. So what? Do they dress up like full-on regalia with the white clown makeup and the scary mouth and wig and then the shoes and all that?
Well, for kids, they don't do that necessarily because they, according to this quote from the news source from the second news source that I got.
Was this the Huffington Post?
I found the original article on Huffington Post.
People who spread God's message one balloon animal at a time.
Oh, my.
They said that they don't do makeup with the children because they say that the children are afraid or intimidated by the makeup.
You think? Adults are afraid and intimidated of it.
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't the kids be?
There's nothing, zombie movies, I don't watch them, and the main reason why is because they got clown zombies, man. Those are like the worst.
All these prank videos that you see on YouTube now about the killer clowns and stuff, and then the killer clowns in Southern California or Northern California, they were walking around causing a menace. Remember that?
Yeah. Just
recently? I mean, clowns are scary. So,
is this a nonprofit organization? Or is this like a financial enterprise?
Have you ever met a profitable clown?
I always considered that a fallback position, that everything else didn't work, and so it's just like 2 notches above homelessness.
Right. Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely
And they kind of
right.
dress like homeless people anyway.
They're hobos, right?
They kind of are. But I wanted to see if he had an answer. Do you have an answer? By the way, if you go to Facebook.com and put in Clowns for Christ, you can see some. I wish I had not seen these because I will not be sleeping now tonight.
Clowning around for Christ.
Juggling
for Jesus and clowning around for Christ.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dan.
Well, unfortunately, I do not have information to answer your question, Kevin.
Yeah. What else?
As always.
Yeah, I would have been surprised if you had come back with a snappy retort.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
So,
Kevin would have been silent the rest of the segment. He would have had no idea what to say.
So let's just say this: they come. Do they now? Here's the other question: do they come like 30 in a car?
No, but 5 right on a donkey.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and instead of palms, they threw water balloons.
Oh man!
Oh no, my makeup's going everywhere.
Instead of frankincense and myrrh, it's grease paint and and fuzzy dice. I don't know.
Oh,
This is
my.
crazy. So I'm very concerned that this is actually a thing, and that people are trying to bring people to Christ through clowning. I just find that kind of almost to be a mockery, don't you?
I mean, people have their own way of doing ministry, but I mean, I do agree with you that it is kind of creepy.
Well,
You
remember the swingers, the Christian swingers?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, that was a cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like this isn't.
They were calling. It was called fishy. They were called fishy, and they would fish for new members
Right.
by essentially prostituting
Their own spouse.
their females. Yeah. If you go to Google and you put in "Clowns for Christ" and click the images, you can see a cross with when you think
With
of
a
the cross,
tear.
one of the most sobering things of all time, in multiple colors with clowns painted all over it. I would call this inappropriate. And then there's reference to a book, "The Gospel in Grease Paint."
See, that's what I just said.
You did.
Oh.
You are cutting edge.
Oh man! See, I'm telling you, this is a mockery of a sham, of a mockery, of a sham.
And they have an image of a clown, female, that could have been with that cult you're talking about, and it looks like they may be doing marketing. So don't look at those images I suggested.
Boy,
And I don't think she's clowning for Christ, buddy. Let me tell you, buddy.
she's hooking for something. Well, all right.
Looking
so-
for happiness.
Yeah, that's
something.
it. So Dan, yeah, hooking for Jesus. So-
Holy hooking. Yeah, oh my.
So you're what are your thoughts, Dan? Come on, lay it down on us.
I think it's crazy.
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 That's just crazy. All right. Well, I think that you're right.
I think it's blasphemous, and I'm ashamed that we had a segment devoted to this.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Yeah, you just brought us down a couple of notches.
Oh, no,
and that's Sigmund's job, not yours.
We'll see if we survive the day now.
Yeah, I suggest all of you to do something to compensate for what we did. I would go to Biblica's free app. I love that app, and download it and do what I do, which is listen to a chapter of the Word every day. And I'm going to go listen to an extra chapter because of what I did this segment. And so
That's a good idea.
yeah, I need
That's a
it.
good
I need
idea.
it. Hopefully, it'll have a cleansing effect.
Well,
And
Dan,
so-
we appreciate all of your efforts in sending us straight to hell, buddy. Thanks
Yeah.
so much.
thank you, bud.
You're
Dan,
welcome.
Dan,
Good luck
Dan
with it
Shed.
tonight.
Good
Yeah.
luck sleeping tonight.
I'll have nightmares of clowns all night. All right, that's Dan Shedd, intern extraordinaire. By the way, he'll have an article about this over there at
great.
priceofbusiness.com. And then Sigmund Kramer, he is producer, and I am your host, Kevin Price, and looking forward to being with you on Monday for another Price of Business. Do you want to mention, of course, the show? We had a Shay on the show today, didn't we, by the way? Yeah, this show brought to you in part by Efficient Wealth Management, Chris Kidd Enterprises, and who else?
I just don't know. I don't know.
There's the third one.
Video Mojo.
Video Mojo. Yeah, that was who it is.
That's
All right.
it.
When we come back on Monday, much more for you. Looking forward to that right here on this station.